Hey guys, Dell0304 here. How goes it? Today I'm going to be bringing you an interesting video, to say the least. Yes, I have another iPhone 6. Now, wait, stop right there. Before you go bitch about it in the comments, let me explain. Okay, so as some of you may know, I have had a shattered Galaxy S5, which I mentioned in my last previous video, which was the Moto G unboxing. I still have it. I'm using it to record this video right now. And I replaced that with the Moto G 3rd gen. But I used that phone for a while, and I decided to return it in anticipation of being able to afford the iPhone 6s, which is coming out in about 3.5 weeks-ish. And I was just going to use the S5, have the money ready to go, and then get the 6s. But the Galaxy S5, turns out, is such a pile of dog shit that I kind of snapped today, and I can't not wait another 3.5 weeks with this worthless phone. And so I decided to get another iPhone 6. I decided to take my chances and go ahead and see how this goes. So some people are going to be asking, why didn't you just keep the Moto G 3rd gen and then, just use that, and then when the 6s come out, just get that? Well, I figured if I didn't return that, then I wouldn't have had enough money for the 6s. I would have been about, I don't know, maybe 100-ish short, maybe a little more than that. And I kind of just wanted to make sure I had enough money for the 6s. So I did return the Moto G. And so, like I said, I was just going to use the S5, but that didn't happen. I was downstairs, I was using my phone, and well, there are two main reasons why I'm, I decided to replace it today. And that's because, well, it's slow as hell, because TouchWiz is absolute garbage, and no one should ever be forced to use the piece of crap that is TouchWiz. Stock Android is far better. So yeah, that was the first reason. And the second reason is because of the condition. Now, the condition was caused by me, because, yeah, I kind of had enough with this phone, and I kind of threw it more than once. And yeah, that's how the screen cracked. But that's kind of how it is when I'm in school and, shit's kind of stressing me out, and I don't need this pile of crap phone to be adding to that. So, yeah, that's kind of the explanation on that. But anyway, back to the iPhone. I decided tonight to go ahead and buy an iPhone 6 instead of wait for the 6s. Now, some people are going to think that's retarded. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, I would have done the same thing given your situation. And some people are just going to be kind of like, shouldn't have even bought an iPhone in the first place. Anyway, yes, this is an iPhone 6. This is a 64 gigabyte gold unlocked, the same phone that I had before. Obviously, I mean, look at it. If the damn... There we go. It's in focus now. Anyway, this phone, I decided to do a in-depth quality control check to make sure it passes the official Dell0304 Quality Standards. So I checked this phone out in the store, and as of now, sorry for the focus issues, this S5 is crappy, but as of right now, this phone meets all of my standards. There is no... I'm going to go through one by one all of the issues that I've had. So there is no loose, crooked home button. There is no misaligned front camera. Again, sorry for the focus. This phone is a pile of crap. There is no loose side buttons, so that's good. Neither those nor those. That is also good. Going around the back, if I can pick the phone up. Going around the back, we have... The Apple logo is not, like, messed up. Like, it's not skewed to one side, which is good. And then we also have no crooked rear text, so that is also nice. So Apple has fixed all the quality control issues that previously plagued many iPhones that I've had before. Now, the only thing that I have not mentioned yet is the screen lift. Basically what happens, for those who don't know, is that the screen tends to become loose around this area and the area on the other side. Now, I don't know, I can't speak for the future because we're not there yet, but the phone as of right now doesn't do that, so on neither side of the screen, so the phone is perfectly fine. And considering what I've been through, even if it did develop that small issue, I probably would still keep the phone anyway, because I've basically tried every other decent phone and they all suck. So, I'm pretty much sticking with this regardless, unless it develops like a really like horrible, you know, build quality thing, but I don't think that's going to happen considering I generally treat my phones pretty well. So yeah, anyway, here's the box. Yeah, so paid full retail for this thing. So yeah, it's a 64 gig. Anyway, I'm rambling now. That is the explanation on my phone thing. I have an iPhone 6 yet again. I know there's going to be a ton of commenters being like, I'll give this 3 days before he gets rid of the phone, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's this video. I know there was a lot of rambling. I'm kind of just going off on various tangents given the situation, but yeah, I did quite miss the iPhone, to be honest. There are these small things that just make the iPhone really, really cool. As an example, backing up the entire phone and being able to restore it, which is what I did. You know, continuous syncing via iCloud of all your photos, music, and such. And when I did the restore, actually, it was already signed into most of my applications. So that kind of stuff. I mean, the Touch ID fingerprint sensor, that's another thing that's kind of overlooked. I did a 5S review a while back, and that was a major thing that I talked about because Touch ID is pretty freaking swag. I also forgot how nice that was. Generally, you know, despite all the issues I had with my previous 6s, I still think the build quality of the iPhone is pretty high up on the scale. This is a premium, definitely a premium feeling phone. The cameras are good, the software is very quick, and that's another major thing. The performance of iOS is pretty much unmatched by anything else in my opinion. That's just how I feel. You know, I'm not being a fanboy, that's just generally how I feel about it. So, yeah, obviously, there's the iPhone. Anyway, I will see you guys later. I'm just rambling yet again. So, there is my situation. And leave your thoughts below if you have more to say. I'll be waiting. So, see you guys later.